morning and welcome to day 2 of our 7-day morning yoga challenge. My name is Nataki, massage therapist and yoga instructor here at Wellbalancebodies. So today we're going to focus on the low back and hips. So focusing on the low back and hips, we tend to hold tension there just from repetitive motions, sitting, maybe standing all day. We have chronic low back pain. So we're just going to go through a few short sequences just to relieve the tension in the low back and open up those hips. So I am feeling a little tight in my low back. So I am going to be using some of my anti-pain roller blend, custom blended oils, and this is great for inflammation. If you're having any pains in your joints or muscles, this is a great oil to use. So what I do is I take a little bit on my palm and go ahead and rub it on my low back and my hips. So that is a great complement prior to stretching and going through a yoga practice, just to help open up those hips and low back a little bit more and to get all the oils absorbed into the bloodstream. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in a more restorative child's pose. I'm going to move my tea to the side so it doesn't spill on the mat. So coming to all fours, we're going to take the big toes together to touch and start to draw the knees out towards the sides of the mat. So bringing the knees as wide as the mat and start to draw that tailbone towards the heels. Just moving with the breath. You can start to walk the palms towards the front of the mat. And start to draw that belly down towards the mat. Maybe drawing the chest towards the mat as well. So we're all in different bodies, so this may look different for each body. So you may be here or drawing the chest towards the mat. You may be down here. Another modification is maybe stacking the palms, stacking the fists, and drawing the forehead onto the fist, drawing that tailbone towards the heels, just creating length in that lower back. So doing whatever feels good, modifying towards your body. And once you're comfortable in the pose, start to take deep belly breaths in and out through the nose. As you inhale, maybe drawing the fingers towards the top of the mat. Exhale, drawing that tailbone down towards the heels. Breathe in here, lengthening through that low back. Drawing breath to the hips, the inner thighs. Allowing those muscles to soften with each exhale. Maybe feeling the belly against the thighs as we inhale. Exhale, drawing the ribs in, letting everything go. And just start to surrender into the pose, allowing those muscles to soften and release with each breath. And start to rock the head left to right if that feels good. Maybe rocking the hips left to right. I'm going to stay here for one more breath. When you're ready, start to walk the palms towards the body. Moving as slow or as fast as the breath. Head sits up last. We're going to go ahead and come to all fours. So bringing the wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. We're going to do a few cat-cows here as we inhale, belly drops, bringing that tailbone skyward, gazes forward. Inhale, start to push into the palms, bringing that tailbone towards the mat as we curve the spine, chin to chest. Again, inhale, belly drops, tailbone skyward. Exhale, start to round through the spine, chin to chest, tailbone towards the mat. Let's do 2 more rounds, breathing and moving. Just warming up that spine, preparing for movement. And when you're ready, bring it to flat back, bring it to center. We're going to go ahead and start to extend that right leg, pushing into that right heel, drawing that right hip down towards the mat. So squaring off the hips, keeping that back leveled here. And you can start to rock forward and back, just breathing into the calf. Those calf muscles tend to get tight as well from that repetitive motion, sitting and standing. And that could be a cause for the lower back pain. So we want to loosen those muscles as well. And when you're ready, come to stillness, still pushing into that back heel. And take a deep breath in. We're going to lift that back leg off the mat, still squaring the hips. Deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, start to bend through the knee. We're going to draw circles with this knee. So inhale, take the knee out to the right. Exhale, drawing nice big circles. Moving and breathing. You can start to bring the weight into that left palm, using it for stability. Still keeping the hips square. And we're going to start to draw circles the other way. You may hear some clicking or ticking, and that's just the ligaments, the bones adjusting, everything releasing, getting back into place. 1 more breath here. And when you're ready, go ahead and send that leg long. Inhale. Exhale, bend through the knee. We're sending that foot in between the palms. Start to push into that front foot as we lift the body up. So making sure that you're on skis, not on a tightrope. So feet are hip distance apart. So you may want to heel toe your feet out towards the right, that right foot out towards the right. Just making sure the hips are square, drawing that right hip back, left hip forward. We're going to take a deep breath in, bring those palms onto the thigh. Take a deep breath in through the nose. You can feel that quad stretch here. Breathing. We're here for 2 breaths, in and out through the nose. Still pushing all 4 corners of that right foot into the earth, into the mat, as we draw the crown of the head skyward. 1 more breath here. Next breath in, we're going to lift the arms up. Inhale. On the exhale, twist to the right, bringing the arms front and back. You can keep the gaze forward or draw the gaze over that right shoulder. Deep breath in and out through the nose. You can take that left palm and start to place it onto that left thigh. Gently pushing that left thigh towards the center as we draw that right palm back. Deep breath in and out through the nose. Next, exhale, release that left palm and start to draw it on the inner edge of that right foot, drawing that right arm up, stacking the shoulders. Inhale, gaze is skyward. On the exhale, go ahead and float that right palm down, framing that right foot. We're going to take a deep breath in here. You can start to come on to the tips of the fingers. On the exhale, start to go ahead and lower the hips, sinking into the hips as we exhale. On the inhale, we're going to start to lengthen, straighten that right leg, and start to flex that right foot, coming into a half split. You can walk the palms back for stability. Exhale. Inhale, start to peel that right foot down onto the mat, bend into the knee, sink into the hips. Inhale, straighten that front leg, flexing through the foot, toes pointed towards the body. Inhale, bend into the knee, sink into the hips. Let's do that once more. Breathing and moving. We're warming up those muscles, preparing for movement for the day. One more round. And on the next exhale, plant the palms, framing that front foot, sink into the hips. Exhale. Deep breath in and out through the nose, letting those hip muscles soften. The next inhale, we're pushing into the palms. Go ahead and send that right foot to meet the left. Coming back to all fours. Let's go ahead and start to extend through that left leg, sending that left leg long, pushing into that left heel. Maybe start to rock back and forth. Releasing any tension in that calf muscle, stretching the calf muscle here. When you're ready, come to center, come to stillness. Take a deep breath in as we lift that leg off the mat, squaring the hips, inhale. On the exhale, start to bend the knee. We're going to draw circles on this side, so nice big circles. Pushing into that right palm for stability here. Keeping those hips square. Breathing as we move. Let's start to reverse those circles. Opening up this left hip. And when you're ready, come to center, come to stillness. Inhale, go ahead and send that leg long, flexing that left foot. Exhale, bend through the knee, bringing that foot in between the palms, planting it there. We're going to inhale, push into that foot, drawing the palms onto the thigh. Squaring the hips, so drawing that right hip forward, left hip back. Feeling that stretch in that quad. Breathing here, you can gently push the palms into the thigh, lengthening through the spine here. On the next inhale, start to draw the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left, arms are front and back. You can keep the gaze forward or back. Whichever feels good in the body today. On the next inhale, we're going to take that front palm and place it onto the outer thigh. Go ahead and bring that back palm back just a bit, gazing over that back shoulder. Breathing here. Next exhale, release that front palm and bring it down on the inner edge of the foot. Bringing that left arm up, skyward, squaring or stacking the shoulders here. Breathing, open up through the heart. Deep breath in, exhale, float that palm down, framing that front foot. We're going to do the half split movements here. So let's inhale, start to walk the palms back. Extending through that front leg, flexing that front foot. Inhale, start to bend through the knee, placing that foot down onto the ground. Sink into the hips. Inhale, walking the palms back, extending through the leg, flexing that foot. Inhale, bend through the knee, sink into the hips. Let's do one more round here, breathing as we move. Moving as we breathe. So make sure we're keeping the hips square, going as fast or as slow as the breath, being mindful of movement. So sinking into the hips, we're going to draw the hips down. Breathing here into the low back, into the hips. Nice deep belly breaths in and out through the nose. Exhale. Next inhale, push into the palms. We're going to take that front foot to meet the back. Coming back into all fours. Let's start to tuck the toes. We're going to lift the knees and send the tailbone skyward as we come into our first downward dog. So if this is too much for you, you can go ahead and come into child's pose.
But if you're in downward dog, you can have a slight bend in the knees, bringing that tailbone skyward, and start to draw the chest or the gaze between the knees and thighs. Breathing here. You can start to walk the dog, so bend one knee, inhale, exhale, bend the other. And start to send either heel towards the mat. It doesn't matter if it touches or not, it's just the intention. We're just stretching out the low back, stretching out the thighs, the hamstrings, breathing as we move. When you're ready, come to center, come to stillness. Let's take a deep breath in, coming onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, draw the heels down. Tailbone is skyward. Deep breath in and out through the nose. One more breath here. On the exhale, we're going to start to slowly, carefully lower the knees onto the mat. Let's untuck the toes and go ahead and come down to a comfortable seat. So I'm going to face you. So let's bring that left foot in front, right foot back. So that left shin is in front and the right shin is behind it. Placing the palms onto the knees, we're going to do some kundalini rolls. Let's take a deep breath in. On the exhale, bringing the chest forward. Inhale, start to bring the body to the right as we gently push into that left thigh, opening up the hips as we exhale it back. Inhale to the right, pushing into the right thigh. Exhale forward. Just breathing as we move. Inhale to the right and back. Exhale to the left and forward. Pushing into opposite thigh as we come to the left or right. Coming to center, we're going to inhale, draw the body back up. Let's go ahead and inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Bringing the gaze behind that right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, go ahead and release the twist. Still keeping that palm grounded onto that right thigh. Bringing that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, rainbow it over. Breathing into that right side body. Take a deep breath, inhale, reaching those fingertips over towards the left. On the exhale, start to bring the gaze towards that left knee and start to place the palm down onto it. So our arms are crossed here, bringing the body to center as we gently push into both thighs, allowing those hips to open. Inhale and exhale. Next breath in, we're going to bring the body back up. Uncross the palms, bringing the palms towards the lower back. Start to plant them there. We're going to push our weight into the palms as we start to lift the hips, drawing the knees down towards the earth, opening up those hips. Inhale, bringing the chest skyward. Exhale, lower slowly. Tailbone comes down last. Awesome. We're going to do that on the other side. So let's take that right shin in front. Placing the palms onto the knees or the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bringing the chest forward. Inhale, we're going to start to the left, pushing into that right thigh. Exhale it back. Inhale to the right, pushing into the left thigh. Exhale forward. Just breathing as we move. Moving as we breathe. Good. Let's do one more round here. Opening up the hips, inner thighs. Coming to center. Let's take a deep breath in, bringing both arms skyward. Exhale, twist to the left, bringing that right palm to the outer thigh. Placing the back palm to the lower back. Take a deep breath in as we inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist, maybe gazing over that left shoulder. Next breath in, we're going to release the twist, drawing that left arm skyward. Exhale, rainbow it over. Breathing into that left side body. On the next inhale, start to bring the gaze towards that right knee, placing that left palm onto it, bringing the body, sweeping the body to center as we push into both thighs, allowing them to open. Deep breath in and out through the nose. Inhale, start to bring the body up, uncrossing the arms, bringing the arms to the lower back, planting the palms there as we bring the weight on the palms and start to lift the hips. Inhale, drawing the knees down towards the earth, open up through the chest, through the heart. Exhale, lower. Tailbone comes down last. Awesome. Let's uncross the legs, bringing the soles of the feet onto the earth. We're going to do some windshield wipers as we inhale, take the knees to the left, exhale to the right. Just resetting the hips, massaging the glutes as well. And when you're ready, come to center, come to stillness. Face this way. So we're going to go ahead and start to come down onto the backs. Keep the knees bent, drawing the heels towards the glutes. Palms are face down, fingertips barely touching the heels here. We're going to do a bridge pose. Bridge poses are great for building strength in the lower back, in hips. So start to press into all four corners of the feet as we slowly lift the tailbone, hips, and belly, keeping those shoulders grounded onto the earth. As we come to the top, start to squeeze the belly and start to engage those inner thighs, drawing them to center as we keep the knees forward. Inhale, exhale, lower. One vertebrae at a time, the tailbone comes down last. Awesome, let's do that once more. Inhale, pushing into all four corners of the feet, lifting that tailbone, hips, belly, squeezing at the top, squeezing those glutes, squeezing those inner thighs. Inhale, exhale, lower. Tailbone comes down last. Good job. Let's go ahead and bring the knees together and start to bring the knees towards the chest using both palms to hug them in towards the chest. We can rock left to right, massaging that lower back. When you're ready, come to stillness. Let's start to draw circles with the knees, getting into the glutes, massaging the glutes. And we can reverse those circles. Going the opposite way. We're drawing the knees to the right and left, getting into the medius and maximus gluteal muscles. And when you're ready, come to center, come to stillness. Let's hug those knees in towards the chest. Take a deep breath in, start to lift the head. Forehead comes towards the knees, coming into a tight ball. Inhale. Exhale, lower the head and lower the legs long. Awesome. We're coming into the best part of practice, Savasana. So if you're short on time and you need to start your day, just take just a couple of breaths in and out through the nose before you start to turn to either side. If you're able to stay in Savasana a little bit longer, I encourage you to do that. Just focusing on the breath, taking deep belly breaths in and out through the nose. So coming to either side, right or left, we're coming into a fetal position here. Just take one deep breath before you start to slowly sit up into a comfortable seat. So whatever that looks like for you, legs crossed or legs long out in front of you. Rooting that tailbone into the earth, drawing the crown of the head skyward. Let's take a deep breath in, bringing both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms together, thumbs to heart center, thanking ourselves for showing up for day 2.
being committed to health and wellness, just taking these few minutes to stretch the body and jumpstart our day for a great day ahead. I bid you namaste and have a great day. Thank you for joining me for day 2. Hope to see you tomorrow morning on the mat for day 3. Namaste. Have an awesome day.